Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is a game of Domination with the Stoner Extended Mags. And right off the bat here, I grab Charlie on the cap, and then my objective is to stop them from taking Bravo. The Stoner is not a particularly good up-close weapon, but it's really nice at distance. Like all the light machine guns, the Stoner kills in 3 bullets. It doesn't matter if you get a headshot or not, with the exception of the M60, which kills in 2 bullets for like 25, 30 meters, something like that. And then the M60 becomes a 3-shot kill there too. And I'm using that to my advantage here. These guys are a little slower in aiming, which is good because I was pretty slow in aiming too. So what I'm trying to do here is lock down Bravo. Now, this is a pretty good spot on the map to get your kills, especially at distance with the weapon that I have. And I'm sort of getting back to something that I did in COD 4 all the time. When I played COD 4, I would look at the map and say, okay, this is a rushing map. This is a camping map. You guys probably hate that term, but, this is a distance weapon. In Overgrown, you would have a hard time getting a good game with a shotgun. It's kind of a challenge. Vacant, on the other hand, is a great great map for a shotgun. And because I'm on YouTube, sometimes I, grab weapons I want to get games with instead of grabbing weapons that are appropriate for the map. And I've changed that up a bit. Now it's like, all right, you know what? This is a map where I'm going to get a lot of close quarters engagements. This is a map where I'm going to get a lot of long distance engagements. Choose a weapon that's appropriate for the map instead of, for the game that I'm trying to get. And I'm having more fun with it. It's working out for me nicely. I got a couple good games last night. So yeah, I would do the same thing. I would, talk to yourself and think about what kind of engagement you're going to get on that map and choose a weapon that's appropriate for it. So yeah, I left B to hold Charlie there. There were 2 guys taking it, but it turns out they didn't need me at all. But the other thing I did do is I dropped a napalm on Bravo, and I told my whole team about it. I told them now's a good time to cap B, because the way I dropped the napalm, if you look, you see where I just killed that guy? I dropped it on B and then straight up that strip there, so that it took away their main path to defend from, and it even took them out of grenade range, really, unless they flanked from the sides. And it made the Bravo cap a whole lot easier. There was a guy back here, which is why I came back, but I ended up just grabbing the scavenger pack on the ground. So the Stoner with extended mags is kind of nice. It's a lot of bullets, and combined with a pretty slow rate of fire, you hardly have to even worry about how many bullets you're letting go. You're never going to run out of bullets before the gunfight is over. Well, roughly never. But with 60 bullets in the clip in a slow gunfight, it's odd that you're going to miss the guy. What would that be? 57 times in a row, and you won't finish him off before you get the kill there. And then, of course, the other thing is that you can get multiple kills on the clip and reload when it works for you. On the other extreme, for example, sometimes I run an MPL with rapid fire, and when I do that, I have to reload almost every kill. Right? I can often get 2 kills per clip, but never 3. That would be really rare for me. On this gun, for example, though, it's almost G11 like when I run the extended mag on it, in that I reload when I darn well want to reload, and typically not because I'm under pressure or I'm worried about the next gunfight. You can do it at your convenience, and because of that, maybe and I like Sleight of Hand Pro because it raises the sights up really quickly, and it helps me in that regard. But as I think it through, maybe a steady aim would be a good idea for a weapon like this, because like I said, you get to reload anytime you want to, and that's nice. Yeah, maybe I'll try that out in the class. What I'm doing here is I'm just sort of working the cutoff route. I have my highest kill streak is already earned, and there's no point in being really conservative. So I push forward and work the cutoff route. I'm not really a triple capper, but some of the guys on my team are. So I think they're going to go after Alpha soon, and if it were up to me, I would just sit there and work the cutoff route and not let them have the access to Bravo that they wanted. So here I am just dumping bullets in there because it's smoky, and I was trying to prevent the Bravo cap, and now I'm so low on ammo, I'm not sure how I'm going to take Bravo without being able to defend myself. So I get a pair of kills on it, and I'm down to just my pistol. So now I'm running around looking for either another gun to pick up, but I end up finding these scavenger packs because Team Art did work on these 2 guys. And here's my death. Die. Right. So what happened there was, because I was out of bullets, I didn't get to play the game that I really wanted to play. I had to run into the middle of the map, which is dangerous. And I had to get those scavenger packs, and then I died trying to reload when I didn't reload, when I really wanted to. That was what brought the death there. So here I am walking backwards because I know that there's a couple people there, and I didn't want to take my eyes off the target and get shot in the back. A lot of my kills are by shooting guys in the back, and that's my objective. If I can catch you looking the other way, there's a good chance that I'm going to win that gunfight. They're dropping smoke on here, and I thought they were going to use it to advance to alpha, and I could see that there were the red dots on the radar there, but it turned out they moved a little slower than I thought, and I just ended up dumping a bunch of bullets down range. So I'll speed up the chopper gunner footage, as is YouTube standard, but the moment the thing got up there, I heard the missiles coming, and they took me down immediately. I think maybe I get 4 or 5 kills total from chopper gunners in this entire game, which it's just kind of a bummer, but it's all right. I still get a pretty good score. So now I find myself in a situation where, we had them triple capped, or at least, I guess they got the Charlie flag as I started to talk about that. But we have all the flags that we need, and I have a long distance weapon. I pick up the Galil just so that I don't run out of ammo like I did earlier in the game, so now I won't be stuck in that situation. And you might be thinking, Woody, rush. There's an SR-71 up. I use that to my advantage, and, get gunfights that I pretty much can't lose. And but without running around and going head to head and just relying on either connection or gun skill or whatever. With this weapon, with the Stoner, I'm not going to run around and hip fire guys and win all those battles. The Stoner has a huge hip fire radius, and I don't have steady aim on. So, I really need to make sure that I'm picking these guys off at that medium to long range distance. If I do that, then I can win my gunfights. If I rush around, like the guys that do with their SMGs, then I'm not going to get that. What I'm going to get instead is a couple of deaths, as I lose to almost every other weapon in the game, because that's how the LMGs roll. So I was trying to hold alpha for a second there, but eventually I decided, since we have 2 flags, it's not that attractive to me anyway. And here I am with a 9 kill streak. So this is pretty cool. I've got my 9, but the challenge is I've got my 7 up. I've got the cock blocker chopper up is preventing my 9 kill streak from being called in. So I tell my teammates, like, hey, if you guys don't mind, go ahead and let him have Bravo. And even though I only knew 1 guy on the team, they were totally cool, and they were like, "Oh, you want that? Not a problem." And they gave him Bravo for me, which I thought was pretty nice. And as it turns out, they even gave him Alpha, they even gave him Charlie. Watch this. So now we're being triple capped, and I'm thinking to myself like, whoa! I didn't quite want all that. I didn't expect to be triple capped, because I get this uneasy feeling when we're getting triple capped, but. Look at this score. We were up by like 100 points, and we only have 6 to go. So it's really not a problem at all. And I call on this chopper. And, because the team we're playing with, they're not really good at anything except shooting down air support, at which point they are awesome at shooting down air support. And that's it. That's the whole chopper. So, my intention is to go on here and capture the last flag here, but I find that their whole team is spawning A, and if you look at the map, my whole team is down there, and we've got B and C in a heartbeat. So rather than take Alpha as I had planned to do, I just let it ride out, and that ends the game. So 39-1, that's a pretty good KD. It was only 2 caps, but we didn't really need more caps because we were crushing them in terms of having 2 and 3 points all game long. And a lot of the caps were based on some of my support, like dropping napalm and doing stuff like that. So there it is. That's my gameplay commentary. That's how I would play the Stoner. Don't try to rush around and get in same room gunfights. Pick them off across the map. It kills in 3 bullets. I really like the extended mags in Scavenger because you can sit there and fire, and reload at your own convenience and hardly run out of bullets. I know in this game I did, but I think I had 22 kills before that happened, and I'll take that deal anytime. So I hope you enjoyed the video. 39 KD is pretty good for me. Probably would have been in the 50s or so if they hadn't shot down my chopper gunners so effectively, as soon as they got in the air. 2 videos you may have missed. The top one is the commentary March Madness. You can't see my air quotes around March. But this is it. This is the final one. There were 68 competitors, and now it's down to just 2. It's the Sideshow versus Fuzzy Otterballs. There's some music. There's some hilarity. It's a good video. So check that out if you have any interest in commentary March Madness. I know most of you guys have missed a couple along the middle, but this is it. This is the final one, and that's where it ends. Triple. So Anyway, Commentary March Madness is along the top. The bottom one is Painkiller Already, 62. It's mostly prank calls. The prank calls, I think I have a time in there so you can go straight to them if that's what you'd like to see. And it's a good video. So there's two recent ones. I hope you enjoy them and have a nice day.